Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. I am Arctic Wolf and this is episode 10. My goodness, double digits already. We're clipping right along with this Let's Play. As you can see, I'm standing over here by the lake behind the rock during the daytime now, so you can see the space elevator and our factory over there pretty clearly. We got some tractors rolling in. You can see I put a miner on that limestone right there. It just ended up being a normal node. So with a Mark 1 miner, I'm getting 60 limestone per minute, and I'm belting that over here. I moved this truck stop and added a bay, and with the new Mark 3 belts, I can put 240 on one line. So this truck stop now holds 240 a minute instead of the 2 at 120 each. So the iron is all handled by one truck, and he can handle that no problem. I also got the copper. So we got copper, iron, and limestone right here. Trucks, I did the AI pathing. I redid all the pathing for all the tractors. Up at the coal, that ended up being no issue at all. I just tapped into that other node and I belted it over to the start of the bridge, and then I merged it and put it on a Mark 3 line, and then everything else from there was the same. I didn't change anything else. So there's one more miner, and the same situation with the iron. The truck can handle it, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to get in the tractor. I'm going to go back to base, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, here we are, standing over in our observation tower here over top of our truck stop at the base. As you can see, there are 4 bays here. I did not have to add but only one, because I converted one from iron to copper. Now the iron one still feeds the big huge storage bin, because we're going to need the most of that. The coal is currently being used, all of it that comes in is being used, so with the upgraded coal coming in from up there, we'll see how this goes. If this needs more storage, I'll add more storage to it. Over there we got copper and limestone coming in for future projects, and then the coal feeds all 4 of those, and as you can see, a line of coal goes over there, elevated, and goes back behind the building. I'm going to run down over there and show you what's going on. What I got is I got a truck stop at both sides of the factory here, and I got a truck delivering the modular frames to this side so we can get that versatile framework going on. The versatile framework and the automated cabling assembly is my goal for completion today. We're going to build those assemblies. We're going to let them run long enough to get the 500 and the 100 we need for the space elevator. And before the end of this episode, hopefully, we can launch the space elevator. That is the plan. I will see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are over at the modular frames assembly building. And I just put a truck stop in front of the storage bin there that feeds into the storage bin. And then I got a truck running, and I built a little platform for him to drive on. It goes down this little alleyway down there. And I'm going to have to hug this wall if I don't want to get run over. Because they'll run you over. It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but you just get knocked down. And it is inconvenient. Okay, so he gets dropped off there. And of course, since I'm watching him, he's going to have a problem figuring out where to go. He'll do it. He'll go. He's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be going over here. There he goes. It's alright. So this is loading up with the modular frames. And right now it's just loading them into there because this thing has as much storage as one of them big industrial bins, the big storage bins, so that's good. I'll route that into another storage bin over here. But first things first, we need to finish our steel beam. Because if you remember last episode, I said we needed to go up one floor for the foundries and the constructors to build another layer of steel beam manufacturing so that we could do the versatile framework and encased industrial beams. Plus, those are the material you use for your Mark III belts. So yeah, we need a lot of those. So we're going to do a whole nother floor up here. Oh, yep, there we go. Up there, one more, 3 smelters, 2 constructors, the steel beams. That's next. Okay, so I'm back. I've been busy. I put another floor on top of this building here. It's got 3 smelters in it. I ran them steel ingots across into this building here. It's got 2 constructors in it and a storage bin. It wasn't very difficult, didn't take very long, but I did complete the building with the conveyor walls and the doors and everything like that. And this angled ramp with the pillar on the end of it is starting to become an accent that kind of defines my build and my play style this playthrough. So I kind of like it. In fact, I like it enough that I put it on this building 3 times. It was already part of the main building, but I did another one back here. And then I'm putting the little inverted corner ramps in the corners there so that it gives it, from the top, it gives it a nice flat 45-degree angle. And from the bottom it looks good. So it's just all around. But yeah, I'm doing this angled thing with the pillar supports. This guy. We'll talk about those guys in a minute. Not this episode. But yeah, this side we can see a little bit more detail. When I get windows and put those in, it's going to make a big difference. But our next step, okay, first of all, before we talk about what's next, let's go back over here and I'll give you a tour of the new part of the factory. It works. It's up here. This is the next floor up. It's the exact same setup as the floor below, where we got the elevators with one of them and the other one's on the ground, and they split into all 3 machines, so it's 40, 40, and 40. I didn't change the numbers at all. I did have to change the way the coal comes in. I'll run down and show you that in a minute. And this has got the ramp going by it, so you can barely see it, but it doesn't clip, it doesn't get in the way. And that's coming in off the other side of the big iron storage line. So, and then that comes out, and I didn't want to interfere with the door here, so I went up one wall and put a conveyor wall above the door. And then I put a floor on it and boxed it in with walls and put another floor on top of it, so now it's just like an overhang with a walk through. And then there's an elevator that goes, because this is lower by a whole floor per level, because the smelters take 4 walls of height and the constructors take 3 walls of height. So as this goes up on this side, it's not going to get quite as tall on this side, which is a design feature that was a choice. I want that. I like that idea. So it goes down and into that floor there. And okay, so we can go down in there. I did the same thing on this side. I should have put a wall right here, or a door. Oh, that's why it's down lower. Still learning the layout of my own factory. This is the floor we want anyway. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing up here except for the 2 constructors set to make steel beams. They each need 60, so this is a 120 line getting split in half. We've been through all that before. Same deal, bringing it back out the other way. A lot of repetitive cookie cutter designs. Now why am I not getting any steel out? Because I forgot to set the recipes again. No, this one's not getting coal. Okay. You just have to troubleshoot these things. There we go. Not getting any coal in from anywhere. Alright. Let's go figure this one out. So it goes in there, goes up, goes in there, goes up, goes in there, and just goes straight through the storage bin right into there. So it doesn't even have time to stop. So we can fix this. Oop, I jumped off. We can fix this with a belt upgrade. All we need to do is make sure it's stuffing it into that storage bin faster than those belts can take it out. And those are 120 belts. So, if... Oh, that's not going to work. Let's see here. If we make this conveyor lift a Mark III, and this conveyor lift a Mark III, and then this belt Mark III, and then we're also going to need to turn that belt into a Mark III. Now it's going into this one, around, up, and into this one, around, up, and into this one at Mark III speed, which is 270 per minute. And then it's coming out at 120 up there and 120 down here, which is only 240 per minute. So it should be backing up 30 per minute into this storage bin. If I'm correct about all that math, the coal storage, that extra 30 per minute would actually be siphoned off for fuel. So that should just barely accumulate coal. Okay. I gotta go back up to the top, see, and make sure that's actually getting the coal it needs. Yep, it is. So there's steel coming out. Alright. So, next up, we've got our steel beams produced. I'm gonna bring some limestone into this building from somewhere around this side here and put a concrete constructor in there. We'll probably punch a hole one of them two spots, bring the concrete and the steel beams up top to this side to make encased industrial beams, and then the other, oh no, ow, other steel beams will come over to this side, and then we'll put a storage bin out along this wall, conveyor lift up the modular frames, and we'll start with the versatile framework up there. Then I've been thinking about this quite a bit actually, so this layout is like what to put where and how to set this up for the steel. If we punch a hole here and we bring out steel pipes Then we can bring the copper in from over there, either above this, probably above this line, and then into this here. We can make our wire and our cable and get our stators and our automated wiring done in between this building and this building, right in this gap here. That is the plan. Once we have our automated cabling and our versatile framework, we'll do versatile framework first because we need more of it. Once we get it going, we get them both going, I'll wait until the one. I'll probably actually dip in, give you guys a progress report when I complete them, and then we'll wait for them to build up the stuff they need, and then we'll take it over there and stick it in the space elevator and launch it. And that's going to unlock 2 more tiers of progress in the hub. We'll check the tickets in the resource sink, and that'll probably be the end of the episode. But for now, that's what we got going on. Let me build this setup on top of here, get that going, and I'll get back to you guys when I've got versatile frameworks and encased beams up here. Okay, here we are. All of this, everything in this building, so that we can make 2 of those every minute. Isn't it great? I've got my versatile framework setup done. I've got encased industrial beams going. We're getting to the point now where we should start worrying a little bit maybe about the total power consumption of our factory. We may be starting to get close to that 600 megawatts limit that we have with the coal. Oh no, oh no. As you can see here, even at peak running, if we're only hitting just over 300. And that's with everything going into a sink, so we should be good for the next little while as power. That's a good sign. Okay, so I expanded another floor upwards. I haven't put a roof on it yet, but the walls are constructed all the way around, and all the conveyor belts are connected to their proper locations and connected through a conveyor belt wall. See, once I unlocked those, started using them while I was building the structure, and it actually helps with making it look better with these conveyor belts here. And like, there's only one spot to put that wall mount to make this conveyor belt into that conveyor wall elevator lift work right. So everything had to be put just exactly in the right spots to make that work, but it looks great. Got the limestone coming in. Let's see, comes in from right there on that belt. Goes in there. We go up here and we come in this one, jump across here. This is where the limestone comes in at. It gets split into 2 machines because, well, oh, I forgot to set this one. 45 per minute. It's in between 30 and 60, so it's like, well, I can either overflow one and get 15 per minute and have a backup, or I can run them both at less efficiency but get 20 per minute total out of it. So I decided to go with 2 machines. Again, I'm running the power through the walls with these power wall connectors. To take the concrete out, as you can see here, I used conveyor elevator lift to a merger, and then ran a belt back to the back, and then lifted it back down, and then around and out right there. So that goes out and up and around a corner and up again, That seems to be a pattern here. On the corner and then up again. Over and over again. Okay. Don't fall off the edge this time. Alright. So I had to put some walls in to mark where things are, where places go, what happens where. Like I said, I haven't put a roof on this yet. I should probably put a wall. Or a door. Nope. Nope, not there. There's a door there. Comes out. Let's see here. Yeah, let's make a door here. We do this. And then put one of these in. There. Nope, I don't like being able to see that. But this doesn't have to be a big door. This can be a little tiny door on the left. There we go. And then, oop, and then another little tiny door on the left. And then we're in here with our steel storage, which is empty on the top one, but the bottom one's full. Okay, so back out this way, up into this one. Encased Industrial Beams going out. Concrete comes in here, all 20 per minute. Since we technically need 30 per minute to run this machine, I'm only getting about 4 out of it every minute. But that also means it's not using as much steel either. So it's backing up about 8 steel per minute into the splitter. So that'll be fine, even though it's getting 30 steel per minute. This is also getting 30 steel per minute. And the modular frames are just coming out of a storage bin, so it doesn't really matter how many there. It's only 2.5 per minute needed. So I don't know how that works. I gotta cut the modular frame in half and weld the steel to it to get the versatile framework, and then they get 2 out of it. I don't know how that works, but it works that way, so I'm going with it. But this is our first high-level space elevator part underway, and we're gonna let this run. When I'll probably put a lid on this thing and then go up 1 floor with the adaptive wiring set up. Maybe not. I've already got the layout set down there. If I go down here, I can figure out how to get out of my own factory. That needs a catwalk. Yeah, come down here, go over here. This is where the versatile framework is going to come out. And this wall here is already set up for pipes. The copper's coming in right there. So the idea is that in this area right here, I may leave 1 gap between this wall and that wall. It might just be, since that's 3 high anyway, it might just be a floor that goes all the way across over to that one. I don't know yet. But that's the next step. We're going to get the automated wiring going, but we may not have time for that this episode. Depends on how we're doing on the edit. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to go edit some clips, check it for length, and I will be back. And I'm back. This place looks a little different. All this through the center here is new. That's our steel foundry and steel pipes and steel beams assembly plant right here, with the encased industrial beams coming out here and coming down there and going into that storage bin right there. The versatile framework is going into a storage bin right in the back of this hallway down here. You can see it right there. And now we've got this building in the middle, building us our automated wiring. There was a small oversight when I was planning and explaining what was going on with the automated wiring section. I forgot to mention something. See, we got copper ore coming in here. You can't turn copper ore into wire. You need to smelt it into ingots first. I forgot to mention the smelters. So I had to extend this way a little bit and come down here. I moved the hub up there. I don't plan on putting any kind of manufacturing anything up there anymore. That building is done. There's nothing left to do there. So the hub can sit up there and be there permanently. Then I moved the workshop and the awesome shop and the MAM down here out of the way so I could put this in. That resource sink has got to go somewhere else. We're gonna box this rock in with glass. I decided a few episodes ago I was talking about maybe getting rid of it with explosives, but I decided we're gonna put big bay window walls and a glass roof above the rock and just leave it there as a permanent fixture in the center of our base. Because our main traversal floor is going to be this floor here to get around between the areas. So we'll be able to walk right over top of it, look down and see a little speck of nature in the middle of the factory. I'm going to leave the limestone node there. I'm going to leave all the cactus stuff there. It's all going to be encased in glass. I like it. So, what I've been doing, I put in these ramps so you can get around. Thank you, autosave. There we go. Put in these ramps so we can get around easier. Put a roof on this thing like I said I was going to. So let's go down into the automated wiring setup and give you a guided tour. Okay, so here we are. We got our copper coming in from up there. Comes down. Same situation as always. We got a 60 belt coming in. Splits into two smelters. Converts back into one. The constructors need 15 copper ingots per minute to give us 30 wire per minute. So a single Mark 1 line on the feed side works just fine. We need a Mark 2 line on the output side to take them all out. You'll get them backed up. Come down to this splitter right here where we send 30, or correction, we send 60 wire into our cable constructor that gives us 30 cable per minute. We send the other 60 wire into our stator assembler, which is also pulling from the steel pipes that we set up last time right into here. That's giving us our 5 stators per minute, working at 100% efficiency. And then around front, the 5 stators come out of that machine and go into that one. The cable over there also comes out and goes into this machine. It needs 50 cable. It's only getting 30 cable. So that's our bottleneck. I'm going to probably have to overclock that machine and maybe 1 or 2 of the wire makers and one of the smelters. And the miner attached to that copper node out there. All tap. I'm going to have to overclock every one of the machines in that line in order to make the extra cable. Otherwise we're going to hit a point where we just don't have the resources and it's just not doing it. Instead of being overstuffed, it'll be underfed and it just won't do anything. So we don't want that happening. So feeding it steady 30 a minute for now is better. So that's how we're going to work. Let's see, we can crouch underneath there. That's good. So I've been letting it run for a minute we still need 46 more of the automated wiring. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've been AFK for quite a while. I actually just left the computer running and went and did some stuff in town that I had to do and came back. And then I had to wait some more. I discovered I had an issue in the smelter on the top floor over there. One of the belts wasn't connected, and one of the belts in the modular frame wasn't connected from when I put the conveyor walls in. So the versatile frames was actually halted completely for about 20 minutes of AFK, but I managed to get 500 of them. So we're just going to take those. Now I set the machines to standby when they reach their limit. That way they're not producing extras and we get a bunch of stuff that we can't use. I mean, I guess we could always throw it in the sink, but I don't want to do that. I just want to be efficient like Ada tells me to. So where am I going? I'm way off track. Right here. Got 100 automated wires. Okay. And then around front we should have our 500 smart plating, and that should be all the required ingredients to launch the space elevator for the second time. Yep. Okay. Put that stack back in there. Alright. I know this thing has conveyor belt inputs on it, and we're not using them. That's okay, because the next stage, I guarantee you, we're going to have to use those, and we're going to have to expand that way quite a ways to fit this all in. We're going to probably have to bring an oil train over here and manufacture plastic on the spot. Yeah. This is going to be fun. But here we go. A moment we've been waiting for 10 episodes. This is a good finish to episode 10. Alright, let's put those in there. Let's put those in there. Let's put those in there. Seal it. And send it away. Okay, what did that unlock? Project assembly for delivery 3. More versatile framework. Modular engines and adaptive control units. 2,500 versatile framework. Yeah, we're gonna go turn that back on. We're going to tear this one out, I think. I don't think we're going to need that one anymore. Alright, here we are at the hub. So, oh, that's the crafting bit, my bad. Active milestone is hypertubes. And here we go.
Milestone reached. Fixit Incorporated has processed and incorporated frequent Pioneer requests for pipe-based personal transport. Introducing hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today. Note: Fixit Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by irresponsible use of this product.
Alright, hypertubes. and we can start looking at things like oil, industrial manufacturing with the manufacturer of the truck, computer. Both of our components for the space elevator are in that one. Alternate fluid transport may or may not become necessary. Gas masks are going to be nice for exploring and staying alive in dangerous places. And I'm sure there's something in each one of these. Yeah, the computer. Yeah, the computer. So we can't even look at tier 6 until after we get at least the industrial manufacturing, which requires oil processing to get there. So that's our next one. And that's it for today. Got a lot done today. Oh my goodness, look at it. That was a project, and they're only going to get bigger and more massive in scale from here. Some of these things take an entire complex just like this to produce one per minute in some of this higher tier items. So, alright, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like. Hit the like button, hit that thumbs up button. If you like my channel, like this series, like what I'm doing here, go ahead and subscribe. And hit the bell notification to see when my new videos come out. But that's all for me today. Next time, we're going to start working on a motor plant somewhere. We're probably going to upgrade some of our regular iron back here in the back to Mark II miners, get more of that iron resource out, get a motor factory going on the other side of the space elevator down there, and that'll be next time. So with that, Wolf out.